Hi guys, it's Lara. Thank you all for watching and welcome back to my channel. So a few days ago I was making an entire batch of dandelion honey, which is a vegan honey, no bees involved, and it's actually very easy to make, and I thought I should definitely film this for you so that I can share the recipe with you guys. It's very easy, absolutely delicious, and it's also super budget friendly because when I compare it with the prices for all the vegan honey alternatives, it's definitely cheaper, so it can save you quite a lot of money long term. So for sure something you might want to try, and if you want to know how to make dandelion honey, then please keep watching. As always, let's have a look at our ingredients first. So I have here a bowl full of dandelion and daisy blossoms. I would say it's about 90, maybe 85% of dandelions and the rest is daisies. I did not feel like plucking that many daisies because they are much smaller and it takes so much longer. You can make the vegan honey either of just dandelions or just of daisies, or you mix them in any ratio you want to. You can also add chamomile blossoms, that's entirely up to you. You can experiment with this. And then I have here 2 kilos of sugar, 1 large orange and 1 large lemon. I washed my sink and I filled it with a bit of cold water, and now I threw all the blossoms in because I want to wash them shortly, and I also want to go through and make sure that there are no bugs or no pieces of grass or anything that simply doesn't belong into this. I also washed both the orange and the lemon. I'm gonna cut off the butt and I'm gonna slice both. The orange didn't have any seeds, but I have seen a few in the lemon, so I will remove them. And now I will put both the blossoms and also the citrus fruit into this pot. Now that everything is in the pot, I'm gonna fill it up with 1¼ of liters of water, and I'm going to turn the heat on and I'll let this mixture cook for about 30 minutes. One thing you have to keep in mind, this will foam a little bit, so I highly recommend using a little bit higher pot and fill it up only like to 1/3 or maximum to 1/2, because when it starts foaming it could go over and you want to avoid that. So, and while the blossoms and the citrus fruit are still cooking, I already prepared a second pot here and I put the strainer on it. I also already took out a few mason jars. Not sure how many I will need, but I made sure that one of the mason jars was really tiny because I want to bring a small sample to our masseuse. The 30 minutes are over. I turned off the heat and I let the mixture cool off a little bit, and now I'm going to strain it. And this is what the liquid looks like. It's a little bit cloudy, but let me tell you, this smells wonderful. And now we have to add the 2 kilos of sugar. I can already see that the liquid with the sugar reach pretty high up, and I'm afraid that once this starts boiling that it would go over. So I already washed the pot that I used when I boiled the blossoms, so I'm gonna grab this and pour it into the larger pot. So, and now once it reaches the boiling point, I will reduce the heat and I will make sure that I will stir it regularly so that the bottom doesn't burn on. And now this needs to cook for about an hour. When the mixture starts boiling and it comes so high up, the best thing is to take it shortly from the stove and let it come back down. And in the meantime, I reduced the heat significantly, and now I'll continue stirring it and cooking it very gently. After an hour of cooking on low heat and occasional stirring, this is what the mixture looks like. There's just a little bit of foam on the top, but that doesn't mean anything. You don't have to worry about that. And now I will start filling the honey into my mason jars. So I will start with the small one for our masseuse. Now it looks pretty liquidy, but it will thicken a little bit. Whenever I put the spoon that I was using in order to stir this into a little bowl, it would already thicken, and I could tell that it had the typical honey consistency. I can show you. See that? It is really thick and it tastes delicious. By the way, when you're filling the glasses, you have to be very careful because the honey is at this point super hot. So it's always best to set the glass down and to fill it up and wait a little bit till you move it, because the glass heats up also very quickly and you would burn yourself. So just be careful. Here we have the amount of honey I was able to make with 300 grams of the blossoms, with 1 orange and 1 large lemon. Let me tell you, when I was cooking the vegan honey, the entire house smelled so wonderful. And yesterday we had our first pancakes with the dandelion honey, and they were delicious. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you try this recipe, let me know if you like the dandelion honey. And thank you all so much for watching. I love you guys so much. God bless you, and see you soon. Bye!